gentlemen, your host, Chucky Graziano. What up, ladies and gentlemen, to the first annual Cale Bowman James Leahy Cale Bowman annual Kelsey Liquor Fiesta. And to start you off for our first inaugural award, it is Perv of the Year. And I know with the little liquor talking, there's been some trades sent out. And the Perv who sent out the most trades of the year goes to yours truly, Mr. Alex Pago, for the Perv of the Year / Italian of the Year. Congrats, Mr. Pago, for the first award tonight. Many more are going to be coming.
I plan on plastering this pervert's face everywhere. You can run, but you cannot hide.
Season started off on what some would say a high note, but the matchup between Get Swifty and the Twisted Fantasy team. They combined for a total score of 359.28. Crazy. And Mr. Bosey, the commissioner, put up almost 200 points that game. So the award for the highest scoring or the blowout goes to them. Although the trophy will stay home, not with me, it's just here for tonight. One may dream. Part of fantasy football is the waiver wire. And this year, it was not only dominated, but there was a few sneaky pickups. And this year's award for Bernie Madoff, Sam Bankman-Fried, / the little Yamaka award goes to Austin Leach for his pickup of Geno Smith this year. Geno ranked, I believe, 5th amongst QBs, and I'm not really sure what he paid for him, but it was better than what Christian Kirk and Jared Wilson were, because they didn't actually get kept on their team. So congrats, Flash. Now we have the Captain Hindsight Award.
Once known as Jack Brolin, a reporter for the National News, the hero was born when a freak accident gave him the amazing power of extraordinary hindsight. From toxic spills to unjust wars, there is no task too large for Captain Hindsight.
This award is given to the person who has the most amount of points left on their bench throughout the entire season. And the number was in the 700s. And the winner of the Captain Hindsight Award goes to the defending champ and the reigning temporary interim champion, Mr. Tyler. He's also the name of, what's your team name now?
My team name is the Choke Artist.
Choke Artist.
Because we just barely missed the playoffs.
Yes, I happened to outbeat you, and that was an interesting playoff run. But how do you feel winning the Captain Hindsight Award?
Well, I was pretty upset to end the season, but hey, I'm just happy I won something this year.
Everyone comes home with the trophy today. Everyone gets a participation ribbon. Participation. Up next, we have a couple more awards, and we'll wrap up the show. Stay tuned, folks.
Captain Hindsight? Captain Hindsight, please come in. Go ahead. The oil keeps coming out. We've got other rigs now catching fire. Listen, they should have hosed down the other rigs as soon as the spill began. Then that wouldn't have happened. Right. Thank you. Captain Hindsight, the dolphins that those volunteers cleaned of oil, they're all dying. Get down to the volunteers and tell them they should have used a non-bleaching cleanser. Commissioner. Yes? Tell Brett Favre he should have never sent actual pictures of his schlong. It's not a blessing, it's a curse.
Half of fantasy football is setting your lineup each week. And when you do that the wrong way, some may call that a fuck up. And this fuck up of the year, there's some few nominees, but the one with the biggest implications on the season went to yours truly, Mr. D. Wells of Team Integrity. By 2 times he benched Garrett Wilson, even though he traded for him too. And if you would have played him, D, you may have gotten the 1 seed and may have not lost in the semifinals. And Pyle doesn't go to the championship and so on and so forth. So, bud, you fucked up.
Intimidation is a key, Randy. An individual who's intimidated fucks up.
This next award has 2 winners. It's a 2-sided award, almost like a sword. And the award for this one is called the Rapist / Sean Wilde Award. And for this one, we tried to do nominees, and it just wasn't even close. The winner, you already know it. For this award, they had to send off the trade. They offered it, and they just backfired. It's Pootie and Mr. Posey. For Pootie giving away Devontae Adams and Derrick Henry, who combined finished the season ranking 25. Well, A.J. Dillon and Stephon Diggs combined to rank the season 117. That's bad, guys. Maybe if that trade wasn't made when you're undefeated, Pootie, you would have made the championship. I guess you just got to think about that all offseason, bud. You're right, bud. Think about that when you're in the can, when you're in the slammer, bud. And Posey, maybe next year you'll finally win the actual trophy without an asterisk. Better luck next year, guys.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Are you for real?
See you guys in the playoffs.
He trade raped you. You've been trade raped.
The final Kelsey is called the John Taffer Award.
Hey guys, listen up! Does everybody know what a show is? This bar, right? Guys, I throw in the white flag. Here's the deal. You guys come back in 3 days after I fix it, and then you tell me what you think, okay? Shame on you.
It goes to the person who took their team and did the most trades and managed the round. And that goes to yours truly, Missing Page. It's going to be a long offseason, boys, and I'm going to have plenty of time on my hands to do some scouting. So be prepared, and hopefully next year we don't have a cardiac arrest on our hands.
You want to witness some real, actual history? Back in the day, George and a few of the founding fathers did have hemp farms, because they knew the meaning of hard work and integrity. But then our country did lose its way and began a war on drugs that was and still is just a war on people. And then a bunch of young corporate banker types come along telling us we're all in the new normal, as they try and turn God's green miracle into an easy buck for themselves. They even hire fancy Hollywood directors to make them look all hip and cool. But you know what? Fuck those guys. They ain't got no integrity. The truth is, this country has always been people with integrity, all fighting for the one thing they can agree on. And that's why Tegrity is donating 100% of profits to charities that work to right the wrongs of the drug war until weed is legal nationwide. You see, that's Tegrity. Those other guys, no Tegrity. Do you want some fucking Tegrity? Don't you wish everyone had some damn Tegrity? Well, soon, everyone can. Tegrity weed.